So within 5 minutes we are going to start. Okay. Welcome all of you to the session on Teachable Machine. The Teachable Machine is the topic which we are going to consider. So basically, let's move the PPT to the main thing and then we can start the session. Welcome all to the world of AI, machine learning, data science, and data analytics. Currently, there are a lot of things going on in the market for this specific field of data analysis, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and specifically everyone want to jump into this. They want to have some access to this. They have some jobs in this, and a lot of jobs are available here. So today we decided to go with a very easy option that is called teachable machine. Okay, so what is this teachable machine is? Teachable machine is actually a project, or we can call it an AI experiment done by Google, to the person who want to start with this field, who want to make a career in this field. So how he or she can make a career in this field? First, knowing the easiness, how we can have some simple machine learning algorithms, and using that algorithms, how we can generate some model and you can utilize. So the teachable machine is the way we don't need any coding, no knowledge. The way the teachable machines provide the links, the idea is just to understand how this kind of machine learning world will be useful for all of us. So when we talk about such kind of thing, that how this teachable machine can be useful, we need to know some basic understanding of what is machine learning is, what are the types or the way how machine learning works. Okay. So we will have that first, then we will proceed step by step. Okay. In between, any question come up, any query come up, you can put into the chat window. On YouTube also the live streaming is going on, you can have there, or those who are connected with Zoho platform can ask me in the chat window. Both the windows are open. So let me show you the contents which we are going to consider today. So before jumping on to the contents, let me introduce myself, Anup Jain Kelkar, nearly 18 years of experience in this IT and data analytics field. I am currently a director of Python Academy in Nagpur, specifically designed for the course on this AI, ML, and data analysis. I have done my BTech and MTech from VRC. Now it is VNIT Nagpur, and I am also a certified Oracle database administrator. I'm a ex TCSer also, was there for 5 years in specifically US, California, then came back here in Nagpur. Okay, so that is all about me, and I am going to conduct this session for you. Okay, on teachable machine. So what are the contents we are going to see here? So the specifically first, what is machine learning is. Okay, so a simple definition we will have, we will not make this session very complicated, because we know this is all a new field or may not be very exactly unknown field, but yes, you need to understand how it can be utilized. So we will make it very simple for understanding and go through that, and we will not make it very big, but yes, we will show you a small project also, interesting project, which if you got the idea of that, you can have multiple outputs on that, or you can try out with multiple images or various ways it provides. Okay, so all these things we will see one by one, so that is best. So let's start with it. So first we will have a definition of machine learning. Then we will see a simple workflow of how machine learning works, how it starts, how it ends. Do it really ends, or it is a continuous journey, or what exactly happened? Okay, so this is very much similar to humans. So we don't stop at learning anything. We continue up to the end. Okay, so we cannot say machine learning algorithm or the model which we create stops at one point. It is a continuous thing. Okay, but we will see what are the steps in that. Then what are the types of machine learning, specifically how we can divide what is the machine learning and how to go ahead with that. And then we will talk about the main thing, that is teachable machine, the Google's teachable machine. What is that? What is it used for? What are the pros and cons of that? And then we will have a very simple live coding demo which you also can do with me. That is the easiness the teachable machines provide. So these are the contents which we are going to see step by step. So here is Tom Michel. He is a very famous person, former chair of head of machine learning department, Carnegie Mellon University. So he has given a very perfect definition. There are many definition in the market. Okay, I will not say that this is the only one, but if you look at the different definition, this definition I like the most. It is easy to understand and easy to go ahead with. So what this definition tells about the idea. So it tells that machine learning is the art of creating software programs that learn from the data. So it is basically an art. You can say we are talking about the engineering or the art, but it is art because you need to know how to tune the parameters, which will come next. Creating the software programs that learn from the data. So specifically they learn from what? Data which we provide as an input to them. So more formally, it can be defined as the practice of building adaptive programs, that has to be underlined, that use tunable parameters, that also has to be underlined, to improve the predictive performance, and that has to be underlined. So it is a subfield of AI, artificial intelligence. So when I say it is a subfield of AI, obviously AI is a very big term. It is a big subject. In part, many things are there. So if I bring it down to a simpler line, what it says, it can be defined as a practice of building adaptive programs. So basically machine learning is nothing but the kind of algorithms which we see in general practice, maybe a simple algorithm or complicated. So it is just the algorithm. Only the additional thing is it uses tunable parameters. So these tunable parameters are nothing but just the variable x, y, z, which I can increase, decrease according to the output which I want, which is to improve the predictive performance. So predictive is what? Nothing but the giving the output from that algorithm. So that is the way the algorithm is designed. You have a step by step process. You pass some inputs to that algorithm, and once that algorithms consume that input which you are passing, it gives you some output. Now this some output which you have got may be correct or wrong. That is the prediction we say. So according to the output, we will change the parameters in that. What kind of parameters? The tuning parameter. So once we change it, that we are going to have some more accurate result, and that is the way how this machine learning algorithm works. So that is the basic idea behind how we can call machine learning is. Okay, so that is the thing you should have. As I said, any question in between, you can put it into the chat window. Now, once you have the idea of machine learning, let us see how does that machine learning works actually, how it starts, how it ends. So if I see from a diagram point of view, I will have some kind of training data as an input, where the data can be anything. It can be as simple as some CSV file, an Excel file, or it may be complicated as a video which has to be divided into frames, maybe images, maybe some temperatures, maybe something sensors which are sending some kind of data. So many kind of data can be there. Once we have the training data, we train the ML algorithm first on the basis of what? Whatever the input we have, we process it accordingly. So lot of processing is also required. Okay, processing consume lot of time also. So if you call the pre-processing time, that is the data analytics we generally do, it consumes nearly 80% of your whole time. So that is also there. And once you process it, the algorithm has to be used. Okay, so once your algorithm is done, you pass a new input data to that algorithm and you get some kind of prediction. If the prediction is very good, you are well, you are going in right direction. If it is not, you have to retrain the algorithm. So this circle which I am showing here is a continuous one. It is a continuous means every time something new will happen, you have to do the pre-processing and train the algorithm. And that is the way machine learning algorithm in general work. So as an example of that, generally I prefer to give an example of book, which is Robert Duda. He has a pattern classification book, very good book for machine learning understanding. He has given a very good example that suppose there is a fish factory. He is a US author, so he has given the example of US only. So in US, one factory is there, and there two types of fishes comes, that is basically it's calling salmon and bass. So for these two types of fishes, they will calculate the length and weight of each fish, and they will put in one Excel file saying this is the length, this is the weight, and this is the type of fish, say T1 and T2. Once this data is available in Excel format, where I have say 1000 fishes, and then I have the columns as length, weight and type. So this will become a training data, which once we have, we will feed to the algorithm, so that we will have such a kind of algorithm. So next time a new fish come, I will just pass in the length and weight of that fish, and my algorithm will tell what type of fish it is. Okay, so that is the way it will tell you what kind of fish it is. Okay, so that is the simple way of explaining how machine learning algorithm can work. Okay, so that is you can understand. This is a simple example, I mean where this can be used. It may be a conveyor belt and may have some machine arm. Okay, so that arm will move the fish to left or right according to its type. So that is also machine learning. Don't consider machine learning is a too high level or robotic thing. There are the simple tasks. Once you do that, you combine that task, then you create something of AI thing. Okay, so don't directly look at that it is a very big field. How I can understand? Anyone can understand by looking at how we can go ahead with that. Okay, so that is the way the machine learning algorithm works. Okay, and you should understand that way how we can proceed with that. Once we know the machine learning works or the mode of that, we can see what are the types of machine learning. So basically there are three types of machine learning, which has been divided as supervised learning, unsupervised learning and reinforcement learning, which is a higher level, you can say. So supervised learning is one which the just now I have explained a fish example. A fish is there, and obviously I know the type of that fish in the starting, and on that basis I will create an algorithm which will identify in the future what will be the type of the fish. Okay, so that was a supervised learning. In unsupervised, there may be a condition that I have a two type of fish, or maybe I have a bunch of fishes, but I don't know how to divide them. I don't have any expertise in identifying this fish is of that type and this fish is of that type. So that time that becomes an unsupervised learning. It is just the bunch of data, unlabeled data. That is another word you can use, unlabeled data. And I need to identify what are the classes in that, do the clustering or some recommendation or something like that. That is totally unclustered, or that is has to be changed to the cluster format. The third one is reinforcement learning, where automatically you decide what things has to do on the basis of previous experience. Just like your video games, you if you have played a simple game like called Mario, so Mario you just jump on, you die, and after next time you remember, no, this should not be the step taken, I should go in this way. So that is the reinforcement. So these are the three basic types of machine learning algorithm. In that again the division is there, like in supervised we can divide the things as classification and regression. So when I say classification, it is just like the fish example, two types of fishes I need to just classify. Whereas in regression, we predict the continuous values, maybe a weather forecasting, risk assessment, score prediction, or stock market prediction. These are all the regression model. Continuous value will change and you have to identify some kind of difficult model, you can say. Classification is some sort of easy, like the spam detection in email, then the image classification, and on this classification, the teachable methods or teachable machine which we are going to learn is based on this classification only. It doesn't provide all these unsupervised and regression models, but yes, it provides the classification model in easy format, which comes out to be very easy to work on, very easy to proceed with. Okay, so that is there in the classification, and the same thing we are going to see. When we talk about the unsupervised learning, it again comes with the two types, like association or the clustering. So it is like market basket analysis, text mining, face recognition, all comes under the association. And simple example of market basket analysis, like if you go to Amazon or Flipkart or some online website and try to buy something. When you are going to buy that, you will have some recommendation downside that people who buy this also buy this. So these are actually automatic recommendation. How it is generated? Looking at the past data, how the people reacts to this product and how they buy this also or not. Okay, so that is the way the market basket analysis work. Text mining is there, face recognition, that is also popular. Whereas the second thing is clustering, where it is basically used in medical research, city planning, targeted marketing. So it is just like we don't have an idea exactly, but yes, we can divide that data into a format saying how the targeted marketing I can do, how medical research I can do. So that is the clustering format we can use. So the supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and as a third format we have the reinforcement learning, which is where I said higher level, like a gaming, robot navigation, assembly line processes. So these are the one which has to be decided on go. So when I say on go means once I have some idea, I will decide how to go ahead with that, and then how I can go step by step against that. So that is the way how the reinforcement learning works. So if you basically look at the machine learning, it is very vast. Okay, you cannot say I am an expert in machine learning. You need to know all these things. And sometimes what happens from market perspective or from a job industry perspective, it may not be a case you work on all this field. It may be the case you work on some particular field. Okay, so even if you work on particular field, that is fine because you have the idea of how this machine learning algorithm works. What are the types in that, and what are the steps we can follow in that. Okay, so that is the way you can look at this machine learning algorithms. So we have just divided this topic into three types. What is the machine learning? A very simple definition, which was what? An adaptive program that uses a tunable parameters to just have a proper prediction. Okay, so that was the first thing we have talked about. The second thing which we will talk about is that how it works. So we have just formulated the steps to work on that. So it was step by step method which takes the training input as an input and then starts with going on how to tune that machine. Okay, how to work with that machine so you have an excellent output. So that was the second thing you can have. The second thing you can think about that. Okay, so that was the next thing. And once it was done, we jump on to the types of the algorithms, which were specifically the supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement. Okay, so that was the thing we need to know about basic machine learning. Again, in the start, as I said, the today's seminar or the webinar, you can say it is for just looking at the machine learning perspective from wider perspective, because it is very easy to create the algorithm using that teachable machine, but we should have the basic idea behind that, what is happening. Okay, you may not know how the code is. That code is also available once we create the model, that also we will see, but you should have the idea how the things are happening. If you don't have a proper idea, it may be a confusing task for you to go ahead. Okay, so do have that thing in mind. So looking at all this style, we will go ahead and we will see what is this Google Teachable Machine is. So basically the Google Teachable Machine is, we can train a computer to recognize our images, sound and poses. Okay, so it is basically on three things works. Okay, so it works on the classification of images, it can works on the sounds, or it can work on the poses or the fields you are providing. So that is the first thing is provide. It is a fast and easy way to create a machine learning models for our sites, apps and more. No expertise or coding required. So that is another thing. So no expertise is required. You just use that site properly. But yes, I can say it can be a starting point for you. Don't take it granted that that is the way I can use my projects or I can just create the all things. No, you should take it as a starting point, develop it on your own once you get the code from their website, and then add new things on that. So it will be a kind of project if you are working for some college project or something. If not, if you want to learn it, you have to go through it each step by step output which you get, so that you can go ahead and understand it. So the teachable machine is a web-based tool that makes creating machine learning models fast, easy and accessible to everyone. Every person who even never knows about the machine learning or even coding can have the models ready. then he can or she can explore as per their needs. It depends on person to person, but that will be also good if you start in that manner. So the second thing, if you talk about how to use that, so they, and you will find out this is very very simple made, they have made it. So there are nothing you have to worry about, okay, that how we can proceed or how the things will happen in that. No worries at all, you just go step by step and your model is ready. And that's why I have said you also just try out how you can have it in your own way. Just have some inputs, as I explained step by step, and then you will also have the idea, yes, that is the way I can utilize this thing very easy, very effective way. And that is a very good effort Google has put in. So how it works basically, so it has a three-step model which we have to use. First, we have to define the classes which we want to identify. The classes may be the images, may be the sounds, like a sound of one thing, another thing, third thing. Images may be and classification of like apple and oranges. I have used some arrow method just to show where the arrow is going in. Or the third is the poses. For poses, you should have a proper camera to capture your poses. Okay, maybe not able to just sit and do it, or you can do it also, it depends. Okay, so the first step is the gather and group your examples into classes or categories that you want the computer to learn. Once you define the classes, you have to provide the data, how an algorithm will learn what you want to do. You have to provide in the same poses multiple images, and that's why they have also shown a puppy which is farer, not near, and this is the puppy which is near. So here you should have nearly 80 images, and that also is provided there. You automatically get 80 images there itself, you don't have to work on that. Once it is done, you have to train your model. So train your model, then instantly test it out to see whether it can correctly classify new example. So it takes some time, okay, it takes 2 3 minutes or sometimes 5 minutes to understand how to train your model. But the good thing is, once your model is there, you can export your model. So your model for your projects like the sites, apps and more, you can download your model or host it on online for free also. It provides automatic web link which you can open on your mobile or somewhere else, so that you can see how easiness the Google Teachable Machine has provided. And it has a wide application, many people are using that. And the good thing is, the one of the creator of this is, one of them is Indian, so that is also a good thing, proud thing. So as I said in the start, it basically can be used in three kinds of thing: images, sounds, or for the poses. So in images, you want to teach a model to classify an images using files or your webcam. So that is, the files means you pass the images through files only if you want. Okay. The second one is sounds, like teach a model to classify audio by recording short sound samples. Okay, so you can have MP3, WAV or ETC file support coming soon. So that thing also you can provide through that. So that is also there. And the third thing which comes as the poses. So it actually pinpoints your positions. Okay, you can see that dots and arrow there, and actually then it takes the position. So that is the way the positions also can be captured. Okay, so various ways are there to capture this thing. And once you have that, you go for the modeling of that. Okay, so these are the things we can teach. So again, you can say that there is a limitation. Okay, obviously everything cannot come free, but that is a very good start for all of you who are very new to this kind of thing. Okay, or sometimes what happens, you have a lot of videos available on internet and YouTube, and sometimes you don't know what is exactly happening, because maybe you don't have any knowledge of coding, maybe you are totally new to this field. But when you go to Teachable Machine, at least you get a basic idea, yes, I can create that. But it is not a just a click of everything. Okay, so it has to be lot of efforts they have put in, and that's why this is happening. Now these are just the example, again it is available on their website also. So they have lot of examples also available, like a tiny sorter they have created to sort the peanuts. Then project Euphoria or Euphonia, that is using is this person who is not able to move to identify his expression, face expressions, and then do the things like if he makes clucking, the lights will on, or it say just down their eyes, it will be the lights may shut down. A lot of things he is producing using the simple teachable machine. And teachable snake game is also there, which I can provide you also. So we will have this arrow thing only to identify arrow, but we can combine that in the future to play the snake game. So I have the arrow moving right or left, and accordingly my snake will move. So that kind of interesting games, and that kind of thing you can think for your college projects also, because many a times you produce some college projects which are very simple, library management system or some website, that doesn't make any sense. You think something new and provides it, definitely your professors, your examiner, everyone will like that. Okay, so you should proceed in that. So let's start the coding. So we will have the three steps to go with. We will generate the data set for teachable machine. We will train the classification model which we have and test it with live input. Okay, so these are the three steps we will follow. So before doing that, I will like to share my model which already I have created, and then we will try to create the same model again. Anything what happens, the webcam is on through this Zoho platform, so it may be a clashing there may happen. If it doesn't, then it is fine. If it happens, we will see what are the other ways we can work around that. Okay, so let's start the coding. So just change, let me change the screen to the coding side. So just give me a minute. So just have a minute. Okay. Okay, so this is the model which I have created. It is a simple model which identifies the arrows. I have a picture which shows me and which identify where I am showing my arrows. Okay, so let us see how this arrow things works. Okay, so I will just show you an example which I have created. So here, if I showing an arrow which identifies up arrow automatically, you can see here. Then if I move it to left side, you will see it identifies it as a left arrow. So you can see that also. Let me scroll a little bit. So this is a very simple model. What exactly it is doing, it is actually identifying the images. Okay, the images which I am showing. So this is the third kind of images which I have loaded, and it is now identifying it is a down arrow. And the fourth one also, which is an left arrow. Okay, it may be left right for the mirror images problem, but it is fine. Okay, so we can just reverse it as a left and right. So the thing is how the simple model, and I have created this model within 10 minutes. Okay, so it is not more than that. It identifies all the things like the up arrow. If I directly change it to the down or the left, so for left it is actually showing right, so that is the mirror imaging problem you can say, and then it is showing the right arrow. So that is exactly how it is working. So this is the model which I have created. The same model we will also try out at the same time. Okay, so all of you are hopefully ready. So you can just put yes if you are ready. I will just share you the teachable machine link now. So just hold on. So let me know if all of you are ready. Do put your yes or no in the chat window. I am sharing the link now. So those who are accessing from Zoho platform will not have an access to the speaker. So do open this link, the teachable machine. Okay, I will provide it on the YouTube channel also, or you can just search it. Okay. So that is the teachable machine. and you are ready with this. Now I will just show you a simple project, and then you can also decide on your own way how we can go ahead with that. Okay, so very simple way to go with this. So let me go ahead. So all the details are provided, we can just get started. So I am clicking on that. So we will start the project. So it asks you what kind of projects you want to create. Is that an image project you want to create, an audio project, or an post project? As we said, these are the three types it provides to work on. So that is the way we can go ahead. We can have the image project, which is the arrow project we will have. So once you open, it is a simple diagram which we have said in the beginning how it works. It is just the three-step method. Okay, you have something as an input, you have something as an output, and then the training in between. Okay, so that is the simple way you can have to go ahead with that. Okay, so let's see how we can create our simple model here. Okay, those who are facing any problem or any error, do put into the chat window. Okay, so the first thing, I will create 4 classes just like the arrow I have said. So for this I will just clicking and I will just say it is an up arrow. You can think anyway. If you want to see the hands moving on up, down, left, right, that is also possible. Okay, whatever the way you want. I am changing another class, so I am giving an this as the down arrow. Similarly, you can add another class which is say left arrow. It is just the classification we are doing, and then we are adding another class which says right arrow. So we are ready with our classes. The next thing is we have to upload the images here. So I will have an webcam here just to capture my things. And here is the button. Okay, so let me explain it, then you also can try it. Okay, I have my image ready, so I will use this image. This image, when you show, you have to tilt it somehow. Okay, so that it will have the multiple inputs in that. Otherwise what happens, sometimes you have an steady image, so it doesn't take it seriously, means it takes only one image to identify. So that should not be the case. So you should move the image like this. Okay, so it will be able to capture this thing. Okay, so I will also do that. Meanwhile, while moving this image, I will hold this button. Okay, so how much time you hold, that much images it will capture, and it will give the count here also. While doing that, there are some settings also available if you want to. Okay, so you can go ahead with the detail of that. It is available in documentation. So let's have our up arrow first. Okay, so let me put it properly first and then hold it. So I am just moving it so I can have some images. You can see the image count is increasing rapidly, and I stopped. So now you can see I have 115 images as an sample. So that is the first step I have done. What I have done exactly, I have created a class here which it identifies, and it keeps it as a class 1, that is an up arrow. Hopefully everyone is understanding how I am doing this. The second one, again I will go with the webcam. This is the second class which I said down arrow. Okay, so let me move my image as an down arrow, and as I say again I have to move it so it can capture. So let me run it and move it so it can capture it. The button should be on, and mostly 100 and more image you should capture. Okay, so that is gives a more accurate answer. So that is the second image I captured, which are basically a down arrow, somehow tilted arrow you can say, because I am not able to hold it properly, but it is fine. So that is the second one. Now I am going for the left arrow. So obviously for going left, it is not going on left, it is going on right. Okay, as we have seen previously. So let me change it rather than doing the image. And again, I will capture this arrow in the left one, because that is the left we are going to capture. Okay, so let's go with the left one. Okay, or is it correct to have this one? I think this will be also fine to correct it as a left. Then we can change the class also. Okay, so here we go for the left arrow. Okay, so my arrow is moving, I am capturing lot of images. It is nothing but the frames I am capturing. Okay, so I have captured the images. In some images it captured me also. Okay, so it may be problematic at some point. So it is better, no problem. So that is the second one. Third one, and now I have the right arrow. Okay, so I am just changing its direction to right, and I will just press the hold record and I will start. Okay, so I am capturing the right arrow also, and again I will have 100 and more images, and the work is done. We have been able to capture the data. So the data set we have been captured is up arrow, down arrow, left arrow, and right arrow. Okay, so that are the thing. Again, as I said, it is just the example I am explaining. Okay, there are lot many things you can do, and I will suggest you really do this because it is interesting, easy to go with. Okay, and again, the second thing, as I said, it is a starting point. Don't think that it is a continuous thing or this is the way you will do your final year project. No, it is a starting point, but will give a good idea. Okay, so I have the three models ready here, 1 2 3 4. Okay, I will just have to press again. In training I have multiple options available which you can utilize for your purpose. Okay, we will not have that, but that also, if you understand all these things step by step, if you have gone through the reading, you can do that. So I will just bring on to the train model, and once I click, it will start the training of data. Now here some of the time will be consumed. Why? Because I now feeding nearly 100, 400 images for preparing the model. So obviously it will take some time to understand it to go ahead with that. Okay, so in basically this is a kind of deep learning model which uses a CNN. That is the actually the idea behind that. But how it works? It actually works by going step by step and then preparing the model. Okay, so once it starts preparation, it will give an message that don't switch the tabs, because we have to stop at this point. Don't switch your tab because the training is going on. Okay, so it takes some time to get on, and it counts up to 50 to make the model ready. Okay, you can have the image here. How the training, you can stop training in between if you find out, oh, I miss one class, or if I miss some images to be loaded. So that is up to you, that is not the problem. So at this process, Google uses its CPU, GPU, whatever available to track these images. How they do that actually? I cannot change the tab here, but if I want to explain this, how it happens, it actually break this image into small pixels, and then it makes a matrix kind of thing where it knows where the pixels are black, where the pixels are white, and then it creates own map behind, saying that okay, this is the map for upper arrow with some changes in pixel, where obviously the pixel at here and here will change some position because image is changing. And once it creates the map, it uses the neural network behind, it tells that neural network, okay, that is the thing how the model is ready. So our model is ready now. While I am talking, it is capturing different thing. But now if I say my image, which is I will show here, and you will find out it says it is an up arrow. If I change it, it says it is an, where is that image? Okay, it says it is a right arrow, and that is also correct. If I change it a little bit down, it is an down arrow, and if I change it, it says it is an let it capture completely. Okay, so here it is a little bit confusing. Let me get it back. Now it is fine. Okay, so image has to be proper, and it is saying left arrow, and it doesn't mean I am doing it sequentially or something. I can just change any position. Okay, so I can go into some direction separately. Only the thing, arrow should be available, and yes, it tells it correctly. If I change immediately down, yes, it checks it and say down arrow. So that is the way we have generated a very simple project using the teachable machine. And we haven't tried anything coding or something. It is just how it is available, and it is free. The best thing is, okay, you don't have to do anything. The second thing available here is you can export your model. Okay, so what are the options available? You just click on that. Multiple options are available, like you can upload it as a share link, and if you upload it, you get your own link. Just I got it. Okay, so you just have upload share link and press on upload, you get your own link ready. We can use it, or you can download the code also, and that is the best thing Python has provided, or obviously the Google Python has provided. where you can download the code as TensorFlow JS, as an TensorFlow, or as an TensorFlow Lite. So all the kind of coding is available directly. You just download it. You can put it into GitHub also, so others can share that. Okay, so it will be just like a code, but they can share it. So the so much flexibility has been provided here, and you can utilize that as and when required. So out of that, what I have used the TensorFlow JS with upload a shareable link. And once I click that upload my model, it will be uploaded, and once upload is complete, a link will appear here because you have uploaded your model. So the link which is uploaded is available here, you can see, and everyone gets a new link, means again automatically web application is ready for you. So I am just copying this link and now I am pasting here. Okay, so let me paste it and just run it. So my model will appear on this page directly. So that was my model which I have created, and in this, if I again show my things like the arrow, yes, it is showing the same thing, up, left. My images are not that much good, but yes, it is capturing the thing correctly, and that will be available for all of you easily. So you can see that how easily the Python or the Google Python, I can say, it is not Google Python, Python is a separate entity, but yes, that is an easy way it has been provided to work on. So everyone can try it out and have their own models ready. Okay, so that was supposed to be in the today's session, where we are talking about what is machine learning, how the machine learning proceeds step by step, and how we can use this Google Teachable Machine to create our own model. So that was all thing. Let me go back to the PPT again. So just wait for a minute. So going back to the PPT. So talking about the academy now. In our academy, the Python Academy, we provide three kinds of delivery modes, which are specifically the classroom delivery, online delivery, and self-paced instructor videos. Currently, classroom delivery is on hold because of the COVID, but soon it will start once we have a go ahead from the government. But currently, we have the online and self-paced instructor videos going on, where in specifically online, we teach directly one to one, where I will be an instructor there itself, and you will be joining just like this Joe platform. And all these videos will be loaded into YouTube, which will be available for lifetime. So that is the first thing we provide. Self-paced instructor videos, where already recorded videos are there. If you are busy, not able to generate the time, you can go ahead with this third mode, where you check the videos as per your need, and you will have a direct communication with us through Skype account. So that kind of things, or the, I can say, the modes we provide as a training program. The course which we provide in this academy, the Python Academy, is basically a single course, and that is a data analytics with Python. No else, no but, no AI, no ML, no detailing each thing and saying it is a separate code. It is all and combined. It is basically data analytics with Python, which I call it pro degree program, which consists of the Python environment setup and essentials, where we specifically talk about Python as a programming language. For doing all this stuff, obviously you need a Python as a programming language. So that is the first step we follow. Next, we go for the data analytics with multiple packages like NumPy, Pandas, and all these things to work on. And then we have the advanced data science concept, where we talk about how we can have this machine learning and algorithms with some details on sklearn library. So 8 algorithms we study there, and we have some electives and job readiness like deep learning, NLP, IoT applications, which you can, web application with Django, which you can go ahead with that. So that is a full-fledged course we provide. So do subscribe there also, or have a call with our executive lead manager, who will give you an detail on that. Okay, so that was the all things. And the main thing, those who haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe to our channel. You have lot of videos coming up in the future also. Okay, So stopping at this point for the webinar, but as you know, we have the exam also after this. So those who are joined through Zoho platform, I will request them, all of you, to move to YouTube channel and just put hi and hello there. So I will get the confirmation all are there. So I will share the link for the exam there itself. Okay, so all of you who are there, just move on to the YouTube channel. Okay, I will share the link again for your understanding. Those who are not there, those who are going to give the exam, just move on to the YouTube channel and just say hi if you are available there. That will be good. Okay, so I am putting the link here now of the YouTube channel again. So do connect here, all of you. Then I will share the exam link there. Okay. So just move on that side. So those who are going to get the exams, do move on to the YouTube side and just provide yes or hello. So I will get the idea if all of you has moved. So all of you have moved to YouTube. Everyone got the idea which I said just now. You have to move on that side. Okay. What about others? There are so many people join here. Natraj, Nikhil, Khankar, Neeraj Vanjari, Narayan Pajpute, Sanjay Shahu, Kanchan Paidalwar, Bharti Sakore. So do move on there. Rohini Kalpande, Pranay Dandekar. Do move on to the YouTube and just chat there in the chat window, hi or hello, because I am not getting all of them. I have only Surbhi here, Parlevar. So put your hi hello in that window, so it will be easy while I just open the window for the exam. Okay, so do come there. The certificates will be given to those who will go through this exam. Okay, and the additional thing, we are providing a direct 5,000 discount for our course, those who score more than 50%. So be ready for that. Okay, so let me open the exam portal for that. So just give me a minute. So exam will be for only 15 minutes, 7 question only, but everyone will get a different question, different sequence. So don't think of copying from your friends or something. Okay, so everyone has the different sequence. You try your best. No negative marking is there, but you have to answer it properly. Okay, so let me put the timeline properly. So those who haven't came up there up till now, do come there and be ready for the exam. Okay, I am just opening the portal now. Hopefully you have seen the old videos also which are supposed to be there. Currently classroom is not available. Okay, so classroom is not available, online is available. So you just connect with the number which is on our website www.pythonacademy.in. So you can go there and you will have the answer. Okay, so classroom is not allowed yet. Okay, so let me make this thing ready for you. Okay, So all of you who are going to do this exam, I am going to share a link with you. So in that link, your login will be your email ID which you have provided in your registration, and the password will be 123456. Okay, so that will be the password. So let me share the exam link. Just a minute. Okay, so all of you, this is the exam link. So just click on that, and the login will be your email ID which you have been provided, and the password will be 123456. Once you log in, there will be an exam loaded there. So you just check it out, and you can start exam immediately. Okay, only 15 minutes will be provided. So go ahead and have the exams. Best of luck. I will be waiting here. So once the exam is over, we will have a concluding remarks. Okay. So log in with your email ID, and the password is 123456. So I can monitor how the exam is going on from here. So those who face any problem, let me know. Okay. You start the exam. It is for 15 minutes only. So are you able to connect there? Start your exam immediately. So the window will be closed. You have to log in there. So currently Neeraj, Sukanya, Rashmi is there. Do log in there. Start the questions, because the you will have half questions then. Okay. So do log in there. What about others? They are able to log in there or facing any problem? You log in with your email ID, and password is 123456. So it is again a bold decision everyone should have, right, to solve the exam. So I specifically congratulate who are taking this exam, like Kumud, Anuj Kumar, Bharti, Pranay, Kanchan, Neeraj, Sukanya, Rashmi, Sonali. Very good. So you should always dare to take the exam also, because it is just listening a webinar is very easy. You just come at your comfort level. But giving an exam and having some output is also good. So you give the exam correctly. Sanjay Shahu, the link is provided on YouTube channel. So you just click on that. Other people are giving the exam, so it should open for you also definitely. Else check out the net connection if any problem is there. That is for Sanjay Shahu. So do answer all. As I said, answers will not match for any one of you. So give your own answers. Okay. Within 15 minutes, the window will get closed. Okay. Pranay Dandekar also has joined in. Very good, Pranay. Go ahead. I think Rashmi has been completed the thing. So once you complete the exam, you will get the certificate there itself. Okay, you can download, you can, and I will suggest you promote it on your LinkedIn profile, Facebook that you have attended such kind of session. So that will be also a good sign for the social community to just look at you. Okay, you are working on this. Okay, so having a social preference is also good. You should be ready with that. Okay. So those who haven't subscribed, do subscribe the channel immediately. I am thinking of adding a snake game with these arrows also in the future. So you will have that also as an video available. So I will do that also. So window is now going to close soon. So those who haven't completed, Sukanya, you haven't completed. Neeraj also stuck on fifth question. Anuj Kumar, sixth just completed. Bharti, fourth Kanchan Paidalwar, five. Shraddha Devre, two. Pranay, you haven't started. Kumud has joined just now. Four question has been completed. So do complete the questions, then only you are going to get the certificate. Okay. So while that is going on, I will close this Zoho platform from this side. So just for recording, I will say just few words, but YouTube streaming will still go on. Okay. Thanks all of you for joining this session on Teachable Machine. Hope you enjoyed that. We will have a lot more session in the future also. Thank you. Okay, so that was from the Zoho platform. So do complete your exam. Now it is going to close. So do complete the exam, all of you. Otherwise, it will be half done. You will receive the certificate immediately there itself in the same platform. Good. So most of you have completed. Still, some of you are still on the Pranay Dandekar. What problem you are facing? Give your own answers. There will be no copy paste from any side. Surbi Parlewar, you also go ahead. Sanjay Shahu, Kumud, you are also on 6th only. So go ahead with the exam now. And as I said, those who have more than 50% can bring that certificate to the academy for concession of 5,000 for the course at academy. Okay. So details can be provided afterwards. 5 minutes more to complete it. So Pranay seems to be progressing very slowly or cautiously. So those who completed the exam, Rashmi has completed, Neeraj, Anuj Kumar, Bharti also completed, Shraddha and Kanchan on two more questions to go. Pranay is not completed yet. Surbi also completed. Sanjay is on last. Okay. So those who have completed the exam can put done into the chat window of YouTube. So I will get the correct confirmation. I can monitor from here also, but just for the confirmation. And must have received the certificate also. Okay. As I said, the questions were on this today's webinar along with the two videos which I said you should go through that. And even if it is not end, as I said, you can again go through these videos. This video will be also available on YouTube channel, complete video with some advanced additional thing I will do there. And other videos will also be available. So do go through that, understand, and then you will have a greater idea how we can work with this. Okay. So let me see if anyone remaining. Okay, only few of you are remaining. So do complete your session. So thanks all of you for joining this session. I will again thanks Wainganga College also for providing this platform so I can interact all of you. Hope you like this teachable machine. And as I said, teachable machine is a starting point. You have to do lot many things in the future to understand from the basic or foundation level. Okay, so do provide your feedback also, which will be helpful for us. Thanks again and have a nice day. Thank you. Closing the session now. Thank you once again.